Good evening and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. Hi! So good to be back. It's been a wild couple of weeks. I hope y'all are doing well out there. Perhaps you played the movie quiz the last 2 weeks in my absence. Glad to be back with you all, and thank you for joining us here tonight. Get signed up for the quiz. Come to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, to get signed up for the game. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice that it asks you for a couple of sign-up details. Those items include a team name and email address, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. Whatever your league status may be, we welcome you to play with us here tonight. It is week 3 of season 59 of NYC Trivia League, and it's not too late to get signed up. At the end of our 10-week season, we will be taking your team's top 7 scores into consideration for the final standings of the season. So truly, if you're not signed up for the league, click that box tonight that says, yeah, we want to be in the league. And then you will be suddenly. Hi, thanks for being here. Our quiz tonight is going to be made up of 4 categories. Our first 3 rounds are going to be question and answer style rounds, and our 4th and final theme of the evening is a picture round, which means, of course, the majority of the quiz are these question and answer style rounds. And here's how it's going to work. I am going to ask you a question out loud. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. So you will be able to see the questions as I ask them. The majority of the questions tonight are going to be short answer in their nature. So enter in the response that you believe to be correct and then click submit answers before your timer runs out. Others may be multiple choice in their structure, but those are going to be few and far between, if there are any at all. We'll find out. We're going to go on this journey as a team here together throughout the evening. So get signed up for the game by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com and entering in those basic sign-up details. Okay. Our 4th and final round of the night is going to be our picture round, which is structured a little bit differently than our first 3 categories of the evening. I will walk you through it in full detail when we get to that point of the game. So stay tuned for more information about how that picture round is going to be structured. I will let you know throughout the game, it is important to always click submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yeah, there's a countdown timer for all of the questions in the first 3 rounds. And if you want to change your response and you have some time left on that timer, please feel free to enter in an updated answer. Just make sure you click submit answers again before the timer runs out. If you should have a spelling error, do not sweat it. I can see what you put as your responses, and I will do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome to our Wednesday quiz. It is great to be back. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful messages in the chat. Always fun to come back after a brief hiatus and get signed up for the game, whether you're amongst the teams who are joining for the millionth time or, you're just playing tonight casually. We want you here, whatever your status may be in that regard. So get signed up at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, looking for that team name, email address, and league status. Before we get into our first category of the evening, I do have 2 simple rules that I kindly ask that you all abide by here tonight. Rule number 1, our most important rule: don't cheat. Do not look the answers up. It ruins the game. That's not why we're here. You could look things up. I know that. Everyone does. But don't. it really doesn't make things fun for anybody. Rule number 2, do not give away the answers in the chat. Love hearing from you all. Keep it coming. Let's have a good conversation going in the chat here this evening. Just don't ruin things for other people. That's really it. That should just be one rule. Don't ruin things for others. Yeah. Okay. It's your last opportunity to get signed up for the game before we dive into round number 1. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Enter in those sign up details, click join game or sign me up to play, and you are going to be joining these 42 illustrious teams. From our first sign up here tonight, Fusilli Jerry, down to our most recent team to get signed up, not Titanium Robert, but Steely Dan. Hi to those 2 teams and every team in between. Best of luck on the quiz this evening. Let's do it. Our first category of the night, we are talking about what the F? F being the key letter in this round. It will pop up prominently in either the question or the answer. Here is number 1. What is the boiling point of water in degrees Fahrenheit when measured at sea level? The boiling point of water in degrees Celsius when measured at sea level is 212 degrees. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Your correct response for number 1. An excellent start with 77% of you pulling off a correct answer there. Let's pull up the questions right here. Oh, there they are. Question number 2. Let's do it. Round 1. Question 2. A camera's f-stop or f-number is a measure of the lens's light-gathering ability. It is calculated by dividing the focal length by the diameter of what entrance pupil on a camera? Also the name of a photography magazine. A little tougher than question number 1, but many of you knew this one as well. The f-stop, it is calculated by dividing the focal length by the aperture is your correct answer for number 2. 55% getting that one right. Question number 3. What author coined the term t-shirt in his debut novel, This Side of Paradise, a 1920 examination of the dawning of the Jazz Age? If you weren't sure, hopefully you remembered the theme of this round and knew that F would be coming up prominently either in the question or the answer. It's F, Scott Fitzgerald. 89% of you knew that or followed that logic. Question number 4. What is the subtitle of the fourth installment in the Beverly Hills Cop film franchise released on Netflix in 2024? The latest installment in the Beverly Hills Cop film franchise is called Axel F. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. As in Axel Foley. Haven't seen it. Don't know why they chose to abbreviate it. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe not. Question 5. Going public in 1956, which of the following companies trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol F? Is it FedEx, Foot Locker, Forbes, or Ford? Hopefully, that date was helpful in guiding you to the fact that it couldn't be Foot Locker. They weren't established until the 80s, and FedEx in the 1970s. Ford and Forbes are the older ones, and F stands for Ford. Ford, your correct answer. 75% of you got that one right. On to our next question in this round. F is the theme. Here's number 6. F. Gary Gray got his start directing music videos with projects like It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube, and has gone on to direct many movies, including what 2015 biopic starring Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr.? That movie, directed by F. Gary Gray, amongst many others, is Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton, your correct response for number 6. Our 7th question in round 1. With atomic number 9, what lightest halogen on the periodic table of elements is represented by the symbol F? Looking for the name of the element here. Many of you getting super close, but the true answer, or the only one I'm accepting here, sorry, is fluorine. Fluorine, your correct response for number 7. 70% of you got that right. Question number 8. Even if you're clueless about F1 racing, you may know that the British Grand Prix takes place at what motor racing circuit near a village of the same name in Northamptonshire, England? Genuinely appreciating the guesses coming in. Those of you who are like, well, I know Clueless. I don't know anything about Formula One. Let's see what we get. Is it called Sherwood, maybe? Or just Share? In fact, it's called Silverstone Circuit. Silverstone is your correct answer for number 8. A tougher one. Answers trickling in for that one. Here's question number 9. What word is used in the NATO phonetic alphabet to represent the letter F? Nothing like following up the toughest question of the quiz thus far with the easiest question of the quiz thus far. F in the NATO phonetic alphabet stands for Foxtrot. 89% of you got it right, or rather, Foxtrot stands for F. And our final question of the round in music dynamics, the stylized F symbol represents what Italian word for strong, indicating that the passage should be played loudly? And F, a single F symbol in music dynamics represents the word forte. Fortissimo, represented by 2 Fs. Forte is your correct answer. And that does bring us to the end of round number one. Let us check in with our standings, see how it's going one round in. We've got quite a few teams here tied in sixth place. Let's run through them quickly. Gravy Boys, Ride or Die, We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. Jewel Hand Luke, The Rubber Yolks, Fur plus Ver. The Blue Shells, The Sweatiest Nando, The Rum Runner, two for the drinks, two for the snacks, and Team 578. Tied for the lead right now. Perfect scores in round one, 10 for 10. The question mark, so winning is overrated. The Helsinki Syndrome, Team 578, and Fusilli Jerry. Well played in this first category, everybody. If you're not in those top spots, don't fret. There's so much game left to go. And did you know we do private events and we would absolutely love to work with you. If you haven't reached out to us in the past, please do so. There's my email address right there, meredith@nyctrivialeague.com. I happen to be our private events coordinator and I'd love to hear from you. We can host events that are personal gatherings like birthday parties or corporate gatherings. Maybe you're looking for something to do with your work colleagues. Reach out to me. We can make it happen and customize things specifically to your interests. Let's dive into our second round of the evening. Round two tonight is in the category of Call Your Reps. REPS will pop up either in the question or the answer in round number two. Let's do it. Round two, question one. A full-scale replica of the original Parthenon in Athens, Greece, can be found in what U.S. city, also home to Vanderbilt University? A full-scale replica of the Parthenon can be found in Nashville, Tennessee. Your correct answer for number one. Question number two. Reputation was the last album that Taylor Swift released in association with what record label before she signed with Republic Records? Name that other record label. Definitely our toughest question of the quiz thus far, but Swifties out there, you're like, yeah, I know this. It's Big Machine Records. The Big Machine Records. Well done to the 32% of you who got that right. Question number three. According to law, the number of voting representatives in the House of Representatives is fixed at no more than how many people? I was checking in with Peter earlier today saying, do you think people will know this one? And he's like, yeah, people are going to know that. I was thinking about making it multiple choice, so we stuck with short answer. I'm excited to tell you that 20 teams got it right. Though, that's pretty tough. Well, where does that leave us percentage-wise here? It's 435 people. 45% of you got it right. Definitely on the tougher side. 435. Here's question 4. In 2008, which of the 4 major North American professional sports leagues became the last to implement an instant replay review system? Is it the NHL, NFL, MLB, or NBA? I agree. In the year 2008, Major League Baseball implemented instant replay reviews. 80% of you got that one right. Well played. Here's question 5. Keanu Reeves portrays a former quarterback from Ohio State in 2 different films: The Replacements, and what other film where the former quarterback is a rookie FBI agent hunting down the ex-presidents? What are the odds that he would play not only a football player in 2 different movies, but from the same school in 2 different movies? That movie, where he takes on the ex-presidents, it's Point Break. 82% of you got it right. And of course, if you've been playing with us season after season, you know that you have just been Keanu. He's back, everyone. Hey, Keanu. Good to see you again. Our next question in this round, number 6. What species of reptile, which can grow up to 10 feet long, is only present in the wild in 5 islands of Indonesia, including one that shares a name with the reptile? That species of reptile that can be found only in the wild in Indonesia is a Komodo dragon, sharing a name with the island of Komodo. Question 7. The Story of Tonight from Hamilton, I'll Cover You from Rent, and The Circle of Life from The Lion King are all examples of Broadway songs that have passages repeated later in their shows in different contexts, which in a musical is called a what? Your correct answer for number 7, those are known as reprises. A reprise, if you will, however you want to say it. You obviously have just seen our theme for the season pop up. You have just been Lion King. It has happened and will happen every single time you play with us in season 59. Our next quiz coming up 1 week from today. Hope very much to see you all here on Wednesday, the 17th of July at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's get back to our second round of the game. All right, here we go. Question number 8. What number amendment to the U.S. Constitution repealed prohibition? Aligning beautifully with the legal drinking age, it is the 21st Amendment. 21st Amendment, your correct response for number 8. Our 9th question in this round. In the Blade Runner film universe, the Voigt-Kampff test can detect whether or not an individual is what kind of bioengineered humanoid? Those bioengineered humanoids in the Blade Runner series are called replicants. So replicant, your correct answer for number 9. And our final question of round number 2, Plato's Republic is presented as a dialogue with what other philosopher who had been Plato's teacher? Plato's Republic presented as a dialogue with Socrates is your correct answer. 78% of you got that one right. And it does bring us to the end of round number 2. We're at the halfway point of the game. Let's check in with our standings, see how it's going thus far for our top teams. Tied in 7th place with 18 points, Gravy Boys, Ride or Die, Why Not Zoidberg, The Blue Shells, The Rum Runner, Winning is Overrated, Team 578, Fusilli, Jerry, and tied for the lead. No perfect scores halfway through. I like to see it. 19 out of a possible 20 points. We have We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. The question marks, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Our third category of the evening coming your way in just a moment. Let's check in with our overall standings from the season thus far. After 2 weeks of season 59, can you believe it's only been 2 weeks of this new season? Two for the drinks, two for the snacks. You are in the lead overall. We Drink and We Know Things right behind in second place, and Not Enough Urkels rounding out that 10th spot. You can get a full list of the standings by heading to nyctrivialeague.com/standings. And reminder, folks, it is definitely not too late to get signed up for this current season and check in, see how it's going. Our third category tonight is in the topic of smile. Smile is the theme. Here we go. Round three. Question one. The 2022 horror film Smile centers on therapist Rose Cotter, who is played by Sosie Bacon, the daughter of Kevin Bacon, and what TV and film actress? I personally enjoy a fun, scary movie from time to time. Saw this one in theaters. It was a lot of fun. I recommend it. Smile stars Sosie Bacon, daughter of Kevin Bacon, and Kira Sedgwick. Kira Sedgwick, your correct response for number one. Question number two. Charlie and Pim are employees at a charity devoted to making people happy on what Adult Swim animated series that debuted in 2022? Charlie and Pim, employees of a charity that's there to make people smile. It's an Adult Swim show. It's called Smiling Friends. And this one happened to be my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, you would have known that this series would be popping up at some point this evening. Follow me. I will help you out a little bit next time you play with us, which, reminder, is 1 week from today. That is Wednesday, July 17th. Hope to see you 1 week from now. Also, in the chat, someone pointed out that I inadvertently Keanu'd you all again with a Socrates reference. I gotta be honest, I don't know that reference. I'm guessing it's a Bill and Ted ism, but I believe you, and I'm gonna Keanu you. Oh, where is he? Oh no. Here he is. Oh my goodness, it happened. We got the sound but not the images, so that's just the kind of day it is. There he is. Hey Keanu, good to see you again. Okay, our next question, number three. Put on a Smile is one of the tracks off the acclaimed 2021 album An Evening with what duo, composed of musicians Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak? Timer's going. As a duo, they call themselves Silk Sonic. Silk Sonic, your correct response for number 3. Question number 4 in this smile themed round. Located at the Pokhran test range, Smiling Buddha was the code name of the first successful nuclear weapon test in what country in 1974? Smiling Buddha, the code name of the first successful nuclear weapon test done in India. India is your correct response for number 4. Question number 5. Named for a county in England that is known for its dairy production, what type of grinning animal has been referenced in English literature multiple times before being famously featured in an 1865 book by Lewis Carroll? I have an answer for you all for question number 5. That is the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat existed before appearing in Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Here's number 6. Similar to how Americans prompt subjects to say cheese in photos to make them smile, South Koreans often say the name of what traditional Korean dish of salted and fermented vegetables when taking a picture? If you're interested in playing with us, I would love it if you'd come sign up. The Chiron down at the bottom is showing you where to get a fully interactive answer sheet. We ask that you do not give away the answers in the chat. Kimchi is your correct response, though it doesn't seem that you spoiled it for anyone because for the first time this game, every single team who submitted a response got it right. And I would like to believe they knew it in their hearts. They didn't need it in the chat. Well done. We've got a social. All right, everybody, on to question number 7. Perhaps the most common form of teeth whitening employed by dentists involves what chemical compound as an active ingredient whose chemical formula is H2O2? H2O2 stands for hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. On to our 8th question in this smile themed round. One of the most famous smiles in art belongs to the Mona Lisa, a 16th century painting of an Italian noblewoman. It is believed that the river in the background of the painting is what Tuscan river that passes through Pisa and Florence? I believe our first full geography question of the evening. It was on the tougher side, but 12 teams got it right. That river is the Arno River. Arno, your answer for number 8. Question number 9. What excitable character on Sesame Street is proclaimed as America's favorite game show host, having a recurring role as the host of various game shows like Beat the Time, Here Is Your Life, and What's My Part? That excitable Sesame Street character is Guy Smiley. Guy Smiley. And of course, you have just been Muppeted. The hits they're playing tonight. There they are, those Muppets. No Guy Smiley in the image. Our final question of round 3, also known as the button. The comedian's badge is a yellow smiley face pin with a streak of blood worn by Eddie Blake, a masked vigilante in what comic book series co-created by Alan Moore? The button or the comedian's badge worn by Eddie Blake in Watchmen is your correct response for number 10. We are at the end of round number 3, which means we're on to our final category. But first, let's check in with our top teams. Tied in 6th place with 27 points, the Rum Runner and Team 578, and tied for the lead with 28 points. We've got Oh We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. It all comes down to this. The picture round tonight is in the topic of giant characters. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of giant characters. Your goal is to identify the character based on the image that you see. So name the character. Great. You got the idea. You got 5 minutes on the clock to work on this round. At the end of the 5 minutes, make sure that you click submit answers. On your answer sheet, you're going to see 10 numbered blanks. Kindly make sure that you enter in your responses in the correct order. Let's do it, everybody. Best of luck. Name these giant characters. Well, hey there, everyone. We're about halfway through this here picture round. Reminder, looking for the name of the characters that you see. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Make sure you put your answers in the correct order. At the end of this round, we'll find out how you did. Then we'll move on to our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker. Oh boy, I was muted. The countdown timer, it's starting very soon. Look out and make sure you submit your responses. Well, hi everyone. I've got some answers for you all for this round of the game. Image number one, we're looking for character names, giant characters. Yes, it's a red panda from Turning Red. The character's name is Maylin Lee or May or May Lee. Those are going to get you a point. Image number two, the titular character of the Iron Giant. Image number three, you know that character from Game of Thrones. It is Gregor Clegane, aka the Mountain, brother of the Hound, if you put the Hound on the right track. Number four, it's Clifford, the big red dog, Clifford. Number five, we've got Balrog, the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. Image number six, it's Ant-Man or Giant Man, aka Scott Lang. Image number seven is the BFG, the big friendly giant. Image number eight is Bumblebee. Number nine from Pete's Dragon, it's Elliot. Elliot is the name of the dragon. And number 10 from Dune, that is Shai Halud, aka a sandworm. Either gonna get you that point. Let's see how you did. Shai Halud, multiple spellings accepted. Whatever you went for, if I could tell you knew what you were talking about, I gave you that point. Well played in this round, everyone. Elliot / Pete's Dragon, the hardest there with 48% of you getting it right. And the Mountain, 65%, and May from Turning Red, a little bit difficult here tonight. Our final question of the night, the tiebreaker, as per usual, is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. All right, everybody, here is your tiebreaker question for tonight. Related to this round tangentially, we were talking about Game of Thrones a little bit there, and I want to know about House of the Dragon. As of July 7th, 2024, how many minutes would it take to watch every released episode of the HBO series House of the Dragon? How many minutes? Place your best guess. Whoever's closest breaks that tie, and we will post the results of our top 15 or so teams based on the tiebreaker over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League, so keep an eye out for that. Okay, think about it. Each episode of House of the Dragon is roughly an hour in length, some a little longer, some a little shorter. Season 1 had 10 episodes. There have been 4 seasons that have played thus far in season 2. 866 minutes is your correct answer, not episodes. Minutes, 866. Once again, I will post the results on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League as soon as I'm able to do so you can see what ended up happening for the top teams here tonight based on that tiebreaker. Thank you all so much for playing here tonight. Join us 1 week from today right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And that's going to be on the 17th of July. Looking forward to seeing you all very soon. Let's find out what happened here tonight by heading on over to the winner's circle. finishing up our quiz this evening, and what I anticipate is a tie. We've got a tie. We always do. For 13th place with 34 points each. Fur plus Ver, Moose, and Squirrel. Winning is overrated, and Fusilli Jerry. Tied in 11th with 35. Gravy Boys, Ride or Die, and Team 578 in a tie for 8th tonight with 36 points. Why Not Zoidberg, the Blue Shells, and the Sweatiest Nando. Tied in 6th with 37 points. The Rum Runner and Team 578. And we have a huge tie for that top spot here tonight. 38 points for each of these teams. A very well played game. Almost perfect, not quite. We'll find out who truly took that top spot tomorrow. Keep an eye out. We Drink and We Know Things 17. We Drink and We Know Things 12. We Drink and We Know Things 69. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Well played. It has been a joy hosting for you all tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game. We'll be back 1 week from now. I appreciate every single one of you so much for joining us here tonight. Thank you so much to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together a really fun quiz here this evening. Thank you to Cullen for making this possible, and thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating this amazing software that you all played the game on here tonight. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Until next time, be well, everyone. See you soon.